Okay, so y'all know I don't need no intro, but I was at work today and I had a bad day. I've had a bad couple of days or whatever, and I was thinking about something that I thought I should do a video about, and that was my first altar experience or whatever. For those people that don't know what an altar is, basically it's just something that you go to pray to. If you go to church, they say come to the altar, and it's whatever. But you have an altar in your house. And I'll do a separate video on what to put on your altar, and there's a bunch of videos on YouTube of what you put on a altar, spiritual altar. Some people have love altars, some people have money altars. Me, I just have one altar that I go to, that I keep my my incense, my candles, my resonance, my Bible, or whatever. Because biggest misconception, oh, if you're spiritual then you don't believe in the Bible. No, that's not how that goes. It's just I don't live by everything in the Bible. It's different. So anyway, so this particular day, I was just in I was so sad. This was last year. I was so sad. Like, it was so sad. You ever be so sad that it's like you feel a physical pain, like nothing is touching you, but just like your whole body, your internal is in pain. And that's how it was that day. And usually when I get like that, I'm going through something, I'm like in a real bad place, I like to go see my mama. I'll go to New Orleans if I can, go see my mama, and then I'll feel better. And I usually always have that urge, like I need to be around my mama to feel better. So this time, I still wanted to see my mama, but it's like this particular day, I'm like, I want to see my grandma. And my grandma passed away during Hurricane Katrina. So before I had children and everything, she, hasn't physically met my kids. I'm pretty sure she sees them, but she hasn't physically met them. And that's always been something that kind of disappointed me and bothered me, because I always felt like, even as a little girl, I'm like, when I get older, my grandma gonna love my kids, and my kids gonna love my grandma, how I love her, that type of stuff. And that didn't happen. So it just always something that bothered me. And so I always miss her. And this particular day, it's like I missed her so much. Like, so much. Like, it was like, I miss you so much. Like, I wish I could see you right now. Like, it hurts me that I can't, see you. It hurt me like when she first died. But I better not start crying. I'm gonna be so mad. Anyway, so my grandma always made me feel pretty. When I was little, I never thought I was pretty. I was real skinny. I always had long hair, but I was real skinny, and I was real shy or whatever, and my teeth were crooked because I used to suck my thumb. So I never felt pretty when I was little. And my grandma, nobody ever called me ugly or nothing like that, but I just didn't feel pretty. Like I said, I'm this big, my teeth crooked, I got long hair, but that, I just didn't, that wasn't enough for me at the time. So she would always just make me feel pretty, like she always did. She would tell me, you're so pretty or whatever, and when you get older, you're gonna be so beautiful. She would always tell me that or whatever, and she, and it always made me feel good. Like when certain, how can I put it? Like when certain people tell you, compliment you, it's like, okay, thank you. And then when other people compliment you, it's like, okay, I really feel like you feel that way. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know, I can't explain it, but that's how I feel or whatever. So she ended up, so yeah, I'm sitting at the altar and I'm like crying. And then, excuse you?
He'll talk to me later when he gets
Just
here.
rude. Excuse you. Bye.
I'm sorry, I'm about to take a bath.
Anyway, so
When I'm
They getting on my nerves.
Yeah, pizza.
So,
Back to what I was. Oh my god. Anyway, because they just would not stop talking. So anyway, so I'm sitting at the altar this day, and I'm so sad, and I'm just feeling it's just in this dark place, and just really depressed. And I'm just like praying. Like, you know, I had a little white candle. I don't know if I wrote something. I think I wrote something and I burned it. But anyway, I'm like sitting at the altar, and I'm just kind of sitting there, because sometimes I just go there and I just, you know, pray. So I'm praying. It's like, and then, you know, that feeling of I miss my grandma. I want, you know, I wish I could talk to her. You know, I want to know what she think of me and the person I've become, and if she's in, you know, am I making her proud? You know, is she ashamed? Like, it's all kind of shit was going through my head, and it was like the weirdest damn thing. It's like I couldn't shake it. I'm just like, I need to know that what she think about me now. Like, how does she feel about me? Does she think I'm a good mom? You know, what do she think? And then, like, all of a sudden, like, out of no fucking where, like, tears just started rolling down my face. Because before this, I wasn't crying. I was sad, but I wasn't crying. So tears just rolling down my face, and I'm talking about I ain't making no sound. Like, I'm crying so hard, like my clothes is soaking wet, but it's like no sound. I'm not like, ugh. You know, it's just like crying, like tears just pouring down my face. And so I'm sitting up there, and I'm crying. I'm just like, Grandma, you know, I need you to talk to me. I need you to talk to me and talk to me, because, you know, I have a picture of her on my altar. And so, you know, I'm like, you know, begging at them, like, Grandma, I need to talk to me, but not out loud begging. I'm just like inside my head begging or whatever. Like, you know, I need you to talk to me. I need you to tell me something. I need you something. So then all of a sudden, and I've heard people say this before, like when a spirit or the spirit of somebody, you know, you hear them, but you don't hear them in the sense of like you hear me talking. It's like an internal type of hearing, you know, that you get. It's hard to explain, but I didn't understand it till I experienced it myself. It's like I heard her talking to me, but I didn't hear her talking to me in my ear like that. And so I'm sitting up there, and it's just like everything got real quiet. Like, there was no white noise, there was no cars passing. Like, my kids were in the room, you know, they had the TV on, they were up, so it's not like it was quiet in here. But all of a sudden, everything just got real quiet, like silent. And then it's just, I felt like I literally could feel her, like feel her around me, just feel her just in the room. Like, I felt it. So of course, you know, it's like my nerves is getting bad, but it's also making me cry harder, because I'm like, you know, you hear, you know, so let me ask you all the, you know. And so I'm crying, I'm asking her, you know, Grandma, you know, I love you. I'm telling her, like, I love you so much. I love you so much. I love you so much. You know, I keep saying it. And then I'm telling her, I'm like, you know, I'm asking her, because at this point, I'm feeling like so down about myself, so down about life, so down about everything. And I'm asking her, I'm like, are you proud of me? You know, and did I embarrass you? It's all kind of stuff. Like, it was the craziest fucking thing, man. So I'm asking her all of these things or whatever. And I just felt just all this just love and like all this comfort. And when I'm asking her, like, are you proud of me? And she like, yes. And it was just, it's not, that's not the answer I was looking for, because I wasn't proud of me at the time. Because of the situation, I wasn't proud of me. So if she would have been like, no, I'm not proud of you. And that's really why I was going to the altar, because I felt as if I needed answers. Like, I don't understand what's going on in my life. I don't understand how I got here, how I fell so far, you know, off track, you know, with things, and, you know, trying to just figure out that. And I'm already beating myself up about it. Like, how the fuck did you let this happen? How did you do this? How did you, you know, whatever. And so I wasn't looking for someone to be like, yes, I'm proud of you. I was looking for the scolding. I was, you know, I was ready for this bad energy, this energy of defeat. But I didn't feel that. All I felt was just love and just comfort and just like, you okay? Like, I got you. That's all I felt. And, you know, I'm literally like, I'm crying. Like, it's crazy. And the flame from the candle is like just, it's going. Like, it's getting bigger and bigger and bigger as I'm sitting there or whatever. And I've had experiences like that too. I've like been angry and I'm sitting at my altar and I'm like focused, and then, you know, I've had candles explode and stuff like that. But this one, it was like you know, it was just constantly growing, but not like an angry flame, just like this, just illuminating type of flame. So, you know, I sat there for a while, and, you know, I'm crying so hard. You know, at this point, my baby came out the room, and she's like, Mama, you know, are you okay? What's wrong? Because I'm like, I'm bawling, like, for real bawling, or whatever. But not out loud, just crying hard. So she's like, are you okay? And I'm like, yeah, you know, I'm okay. Because then I started to feel happy. Like, I started to feel secure and feel like, I don't know how to put it, just felt like all this just love from her. And how I used to feel when I was a little girl, and like she would give me a hug, and I remember the way her skin felt, the way her skin smelled. You know, she would always smell so good, and she had like the softest little skin, and I would like play with her elbow, the skin on her elbow or whatever, because she was a heavy set woman, but she had these little skinny little elbows. And I used to just play with the skin on her elbow, and like I'm sitting there and I could feel like all of that. I could feel all of that or whatever. And then after a while, you know, I just kind of like, I stopped crying, I calmed down, and I just sat there with her, and I stayed with her because that's what it felt. I felt like she was just right there next to me, and I was okay or whatever. And then, you know, I wanted to call my sister so bad and tell her, and I can't remember if I told her or I didn't, because I love my grandma, you know, but I'm the youngest of my siblings. So my sister, my first oldest sister, my oldest sister or whatever, she had the closest relationship with my grandma, her and my older brother. So it's like that relationship was completely different from mine. Like, I love my grandma to death, and I know my grandma loved me, but they had this like real this closeness and this bond. You know what I'm saying? She the first granddaughter, all kind of stuff. You know, she watched my, you know, my grandma watched her, you know, when mom, you know, just that type of shit. You know how it is back in the day. So I remember like being reluctant to like tell her about the experience, because I'm like, if I cried from that experience, you know what I'm saying, I know she probably would be fucking in like the whole you know, emotional state behind it because of the relationship that they had. You know what I'm saying? Because we had talked about spirits and calling upon our ancestors and stuff like that. And what I want people to understand is, when you call upon your ancestors, you ain't conjuring up no demon. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of just like, it's the same thing how people say when Uncle Smoke Eye passed away. Oh, I know he watching us. I know he looking down on me. I know that was you, Uncle. It's like, okay, that's the same thing. Like that feeling that you have when you know somebody, a close family member, they done passed on, but you kind of still feel them in the room, whether you see them in a child, you know, you might hear somebody's voice that sound like them. It's the same thing. The difference is when you purposely try to connect with the ancestor, with the spirit of those loved ones that passed on, it's kind of different because it's more intimate. You know what I'm saying? I do believe the people that we love and care about us are around us all the time, and they're protecting us as much as they can, as much as we allow. So to sit down and to really just ask for their help is something different, as opposed to, you know, I know that was you. Sit down and say, look, I need you right now. You know what I'm saying? That's how it is. So I feel like if people can believe in the fact that when somebody dies, that they're going to a better place and they're still watching you and they're still looking out for you, then you can damn sure believe that if you ask for their comfort, then you will get it. Or if you ask for a moment with them. And like I said, it's not like you sitting across from the table, something like y'all having a conversation, chopped it up. It's like on a whole different realm. Like you on a spiritual realm. You're not even your conscious mind. Your subconscious mind is connecting with this person. It's like I said, I felt her answers. I heard her answers internally. You know, the comfort that I felt was the comfort that I needed, and I didn't think I was going to get that comfort. I thought I was going to get scolding. because I was already scolding myself. So to get that comfort and that, okay, like, you are still enough. You are okay. You're not a bad person. You're not a bad mom. None of, I didn't feel that once I got out of that. Because before that, that's what I was feeling. And beating myself up. You know what I'm saying? About just everything. About just being stupid, period. Because that's what it was. Just plain stupidity. But, yeah, man. That was my first, god damn it, Ulta experience that I wanted to share. Because I felt like it brought me a lot of peace. Because before that, like I said, I was in such a dark place before that happened. And just to have her there for that moment, and just to know that she still loved me, and she still thought that I was worth a damn, that was enough for me. And sometimes that's all people need to continue to fight and be in this life, is for one person to still feel like you worth a damn. So I mean, ooh, Lord, her head hurt. But that was just my experience with it. So that's it. Because now I'm about to eat because I'm hungry.